This is Candace Liger, the mix between a lion and a tiger. She will be performing I Am Night.
I wrote a poem last night. And these days I only find myself writing at night where the moon has been captivated by the sunlight, and I can't quite understand why the nighttime speaks to me as intimately as it does. And while the world sleeps, I think how we become figments of our own imaginations, and how those blocks really do look like auction blocks where they sell themselves for a bit of the American dream, and I wish there was a way for us to get change. To get beyond the fractions of history auctioned in elementary. It's strange how the government thinks inside of black skin is WIC reform, government cheese, and the reason for unemployment rates. But maybe we won't forget that the world still only knows how to cut skin deep and hide like snakes in the grass below the darkness. And I wrote a poem last night. And these days I only find myself writing at night with no periods, no pauses, just clauses and verses praying for the end of the worthless birth of the capitalistic curses that have held our people captive to their own purses and pocketbooks. I must have even mistook the S on slavery to be a dollar sign, and I wish to a body like mine, but let's just say our bodies have been carrying weight since our kings are beaten and our bodies are used as landmines, holding every color trash in our systems but black and proud. But evolution is strong, and now us daughters must march with our heads parallel to the tip of pyramids and fall short of the dream society filters us to be. To remember when we were status symbols instead of stereotypes and statistics. So I write Queen, Kandaki, Royalty, Nefertari, Nubian Dream on each taken away was the poem that I wrote last night. Pen dipped in the blood of Martin Luther King's dreams. Fingerprints of Emmett Till on the creases of the pages. And although our slang and wardrobe is still preyed upon and paid upon, it's amazing how our people consistently depend upon the walls of the tightly packed prisons to call their homes, where the Asada is raped from their chest and replaced with Rodney King, and they no longer remember how those thorns on the ground used to make them bleed those diamond-shaped tears. It gets so hard to see clearly when our eyes have been told to discount darkness, but these days I only find myself writing at night, and the darkness is so beautiful and strong. And who said the darkness should represent evil when it can only embody every color and hue our Creator has made? And those black holes should be worshipped in space for devouring light the way it's ripped away from our people from embodying the color of night. And these days I only find myself writing at night where the darkness envelops parts of the earth, and once again I can feel even the darkness understands its worth was way much more than to go unnoticed.
Hello, Miss I Am Night, Miss Candace Liger. Appreciate that performance, man.
Thank you.
Loved
Thank
it.
you.
Loved it. So tell me a little bit about that poem in particular.
That poem is basically speaking about what's happening in society right now. And throughout the course of history, our skin color has been ostracized from everything else. You know, you can be a woman, but you can't be black. You can be educated, but you can't be black. And it's uncomfortable to recognize that we're black. But, you know, our culture is rich. And if you don't acknowledge the fact that I have color, then it's actually an insult. Because I appreciate, I treasure my culture. And so that's pretty much what the poem is about.
Hey, man, I can feel it. Definitely felt that. Definitely appreciate you coming on to In the Mix Live and the underground movement. So we're going to definitely have you back sometime soon, have you on the couch, get to know you a little bit better. Anybody you want to kick a quick shout out to or tell them how to find your poetry?
Oh yeah, you can find my poetry, Candace Liger, that's Lion and Tiger, so Liger. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Reverb Nation, I'm on YouTube, so just look me up, add me. I got to give a shout out to my family, my mother, my dad, the late poet, my 2 children, and everybody that's believed in me up until this point, including you for inviting me, right? So yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, and the Most High. Thank you.
Well, hey man, we appreciate it once again. So I'm the BUB. This is Miss Candace Liger, InTheMixLive.com, and this is the Underground Movement. What's going on, everybody? This is the BUB. We're here once again, InTheMixLive.com, and this is the Underground Movement. I got my boy Shoes McGee up in the house today, man. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
All right. I'm good, man. I'm good.
Appreciate you having me, my man.
Oh yeah, man. No problem.
Uh-huh.
No problem, man. Good to see you again, man.
Good to see you too, man.
So tell me, man, what's been up, man? What you been up to these last few months?
Just being focused on staying focused.
Yeah.
You know, I got a lot of stuff coming up, a few projects. Just
Okay.
working on my creativity. You know, from my first few projects that I had, you know, they was mostly mixtapes on other
Yeah.
people's beats. I was beat jacking, but now with these projects I got ready to come out, I want to just have everything original.
Yeah.
Just stay focused. Just stay staying in the studio.
All right.
You know.
All right. So no more beat jacking on this project.
Nah, no more beat jacking, man.
All right. And so what's this current project that you're working on, man? Tell us a little bit about it.
The current project that I'm working on is The Great Depression. It's actually a prelude to a project that I'll be dropping this summer called The Stress Relief Finding
Okay.
Nirvana. So with The Great Depression, I actually didn't even come up with the title or, you know, the idea to come up with the project.
Yeah.
You know, one of my people in my posse came up with it. You know, by the name of Triple D. Said, you know, in order I need to give them something for starters.
Okay.
So with the Great Depression, it's more like basically what I see and what we're going through. You know, as my people as a whole. I don't mean to be biased or stereotypical, but I feel like it is a Great Depression that we're going through right now, from how we're being degraded on social networks.
Yeah.
You know how life is for us, and I just wanted to touch on on those things in a positive manner.
Yeah.
You know, and just
Okay.
you know.
Gotcha. So and this is the Great Depression is, like I said, is a prelude to
Right.
what's to come. So a little introduction to Shoes McGee.
Exactly.
You know, so why so you got a project introducing you. So man, introduce the world to you. You know, so who is Shoes McGee as an artist?
Shoes McGee, I wouldn't even know what type of artist I would be, but as far as rap and hip hop goes, I would say I have a balanced flow. I can give you conscious. You know, I can give you I can give you the trap rap.
Yeah.
You know, I can go crazy. You know, I get a lot of comparisons from 3 Stacks to Kendrick Lamar, all types of stuff, but I just want to show everybody the differentiality that I have. You know,
Okay.
just being Shoes McGee.
I can dig it. When I saw you perform at the Aqua Lounge,
Right.
you know, I felt like you did bring something a little bit different, man.
Right.
You know, it tripped me out first off when I seen you walking around with with the beach with the beach stuff on, man.
Right.
But I mean, you know, I like that though. You definitely felt when I saw you felt like you knew who you were as an artist.
Mhm.
You know, had an image, you know, and then
Right.
had a really good performance that I saw that night.
Right.
So I mean, that's a beautiful thing, man. Now, as far as you know, you as an artist, you know, what got you into doing the music?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm gonna start out by saying I always could rap. You know, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none.
Okay.
But I always could rap a little bit. Just I never took it seriously. When I was going to school, and I was going to school for theatrical acting. That's what I was majoring in.
All right.
And so my acting coach, well, my teacher at the time, he was telling me, he pulled me to the side one day, and he was just like, I was going to school over in Arlington, and he was telling me, you know, it's gonna be real hard for you to get on with acting. And he was like, you have a better chance at being a rapper
Wow.
to make it into acting.
Okay.
To making it as a rapper, and then stepping foot in the door to be an actor.
Yeah.
So I just, I had a few friends, they had like a home recording studio, so they let me record my first song there. And so ever since then, I ain't never stopped.
Okay. So you just kind of fell in love with it a little bit more once it got started.
Exactly.
And what was the name of the first song, man?
Man, the first song we did was, it was City Streets.
Yeah. What was that? What was City Streets about?
City Streets, it was, the guys who I recorded it was, one of them was from Grand Prairie,
Okay.
and the other one happened to be from Dallas.
Yeah.
And so we just did the two. Me being from East Texas, we was like there was a little hood in Grand Prairie called Dalworth. So the hood was like from Dalworth to Henderson, Texas, we, you know, I don't want to really go into it, a lot of
Okay.
profanity into it, but that's what it was. It was about, that's what it was about, like just representing where we was from and just coming together as a whole, trying to put something together.
All right. And so it's gotten you here, you know, driven your love for the music.
Right.
And so do you still have aspirations to be an actor at the end of the day, or is that kind of like, you know?
That's
lost
really
in the
the biggest goal. Honestly, I want to start my own production company.
All right. So plays and
Not just plays, just the whole works. I really want to be behind the camera, or not even necessarily be behind the camera. I want to have a bunch of businesses.
yeah.
You know, I want to be a multi-billionaire.
And
You know,
so acting or production company, music, anything else that back there that you already-
anything. I might come through with my own social network. You know.
Yeah, hey man.
So,
Hey, don't hurt to try. Make it happen. It's up to
Right.
you.
all right,
You can have whatever you want if you want to work for it.
hear that, man.
Yeah. And so as far as your Great Depression project that we have that you're talking about right now, you know, tell me a little bit about, you know, I got a chance to hear you send me a couple tracks off there, one being the Great Depression.
Right,
And then one being the Circle of Life.
right.
So let's talk about the Circle of Life a little bit, man. So from when I'm listening to the track, it looks like you're talking to your daughter and also your mother in that track.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Basically, an ode to both of them. You know how those two women are the biggest influence as far as like what inspires me. It would be those two. It wouldn't be another rapper. You know, I don't idol celebrities. It wouldn't be another person to be my mother and my daughter. You know, it's bittersweet from what I have to do. Like with me becoming a rapper, I haven't been the best son or the best father. Being so driven. See, once you have to put a lot of things on the back burner when
And the focus.
when you're on the focus to a dream. Because it's like sometimes I could, you know, I could put more into, okay, I can start a trust fund or I can do this for my mother, but I still got to pay for studio time, you know. So,
Yeah, buddy.
but it's gonna pay off, and I know it'll pay off in the end, and I know they'll be very thankful and proud for me once it does.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause you got to sacrifice. You know, if you really want to reach a goal of any sort,
Right.
gotta sacrifice and
Right.
cut out some of the things and maybe not do exactly what you want to do.
Right.
At the time.
Right.
You know, a little delayed gratification to get you a long way.
Yeah.
But I think, like, you know, just our generation in particular, we've lost that because it's the microwave generation. We want it now. You know, everything is now. Social network now. You know, this now.
Right.
But you gotta, you know, put a little back. You know, to
Yeah.
get where you want to go. And that's very necessary, man.
Right.
I'm glad to see, you know, that you see that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us don't. You know, just the younger generation. It really doesn't matter your race or creed. That's lost, you know, in our society, man. So I think it's really important that people pay attention to that, because without that, you'll never really reach where you want to be. You're just gonna get caught up and just barely getting there, making a small move.
Right.
You know, a little sacrifice, and it'll be greater later.
Right. And the circle life is really just an ode to the woman, period, you know. That's why I made the song for my daughter and my mother, because at the end of the day, it's daughters, mothers, sisters, and like at this point in time, our generation not treating women like the queens that they really are. And I can't bash the next man because I've did it before.
Yeah.
You know, I've hurt women. You know, right now I just want to just do everything correctly, you know, the best way that I can, you know.
Yeah.
And so and live life through my circle of life. You know, women are the circle of life. Everything has to go through a woman,
True.
no matter what.
True, man. I can definitely dig that. And you're right, through society, social networking, you know, women, they're not. And
Right.
then even the younger generation, because of the images that they see, they don't even know that what they're doing ain't the right way to go.
Right.
You know. And so you're right, it starts as being a father, you know, you're telling about it. If he can't respect you, he don't need to deal with you, you know. So, I mean, and that's real, but
You
you
was
got to
listening.
teach him that. I was listening.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm paying attention, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, so, I mean, I can feel that because it's lost. It really is lost, you know, in our society, especially, you know, from the men and the women growing up. And it's just a bad thing.
Right.
And so tell me a little bit about the Great Depression track.
Great Depression, man. The track it's crazy how I came up with the track. I came up with the track off the video. And I had my cinematographers, Anthony Tatum, aka Pride, he a rapper too.
Okay.
Coming out of camp, you know, the Three Pyramids out of Cali, and he a part of IGFO. And good friend of mine, he a part of a rap group, Drunken Poet, you know, go by the name Rahi Allen Poe.
Yeah.
And so we just I knew what beat I wanted to do.
All right.
And so the song that I actually wanted to do for the video, it wasn't even ready. We didn't have no editing. I hated the song. So what I was like, okay, we just gonna have a kickback and we gonna film it. Film it live, just everything. It don't matter what's going on in it.
So the video was filmed live.
The video was filmed live. And so what I did was, when the video was filmed live, and it's crazy because my man Pride, he asked me, he was like, man, how'd you know that happened? You ain't see none of the footage. You know, that was just how I got the memory of Elephant. You know, so it was just, that was where I wanted to go with it. I wanted to see how good I was, how great I was to be able to make a song off some footage, off what I wanted the video to be. So everything,
Okay, all right.
you know what I'm saying?
That's a nice concept, and that video is the Great Depression.
It's the song is actually called The Greatest Depression.
Okay.
Yeah, and the video is just, it's going through scenes from Kickback. You got a couple performance scenes with me at the lake, but in the song The Great Depression, is just, it actually talks about what we go through from want to be popular, you know, being on Instagram. One of the lines I said, always checking your Instagrams for likes because you ain't liked enough. 3 lives full of lies, but you ain't got a lot of us, you know?
Yeah.
So basically just seeing what every people go through. I mean, how many people do you know that wake up in the morning, first thing they do, they don't pray to God, they don't pray to Allah, they check their social network.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facebook, Instagram.
You know, they checking to see what their likes is, and so I wanted to basically, you know, check down on my progression and talk about that.
Yeah.
You know,
So man, and you brought that for us today?
I did bring that video for y'all today.
Cool. We're gonna cut right now to the new video from the man Shooters McGee, The Greatest Depression. Enjoy.
It's probably gonna be live, huh?
Yeah.
The greatest depression ever. I'm close to finding my stress reliever. Too many female contacts distract this eye that I barely need them. Illiterate to them, but I can still read them. You never find relief in them when you have to relieve them. So I turned to the drugs, and now I'm addicted to drugs. 10 years ago I would, and now I'm rarely ever sobered up. Stressing inside, I tried to use it as a cover up. She take it off my mind, and her skin tone is honey nut. Cheerio, she a fan now. Invited her to a couple shows. Got good weed to smoke, but she don't even smoke. Honestly, she don't need to smoke. Give me my blunt back with your fine ass. What you holding it for? Kicking it at the kickback at the apartment house. My man came through with the vegan due to him moving out. Took the furniture out, but kept a couple couches. Now we lay back in the crib lounging, straight chill, just still ain't nobody clowning. Too many blunts in rotation, somebody bring a pound in. Phone hooked up to the speakers with the Pandora sounds in. I'm way around it, acting like I'm astounded. Lost.
This is the Great Depression.
The Great Depression. Try to drown my sorrow in a bottle when I'm feeling hollow. It don't help that my man keep a Patron bottle. I'm taking shots to the head, but I let the women swallow. They wanna get high and ride on the Apollo. Get it and then they go to prison. Get out of jail and go right back as if they miss it. I think something is missing. Oh, it must be my feelings. Numb to the pain, it's drained all of my 5 cents. Smoke, drink, pop, turn up. Life is a living hell, my generation is burning up due to social networks, world star hip-hop learning us. Always checking your Instagrams for likes cause you ain't liked enough. Thread lines full of lies, but you ain't got a lot of us. Depressingly, I'm not concerned enough. I used it as my crush, women, alcohol, and drugs. But you can never find relief through a nut or a buzz. This is the Great Depression. The Great Depression.
All we do is smoke, drink, pop, turn up, turn up. All we do is smoke, drink, pop, get turned up.
Welcome back, and I am still here with the man Shoes McGee, and that was his video, his new video, The Greatest Depression, man. Definitely enjoyed it.
All right, man. I sure appreciate that, man.
So, man, if the people, if they want to find Shoes, man, how can they find you? Tell them how to find you, how to contact you, book you for shows, let them know.
Facebook is just simply Shoes McGee, SHOOSE, like shoes as in choose. Instagram is shoes_wisely. Twitter is @shoesmania, SHOOSEMANIA. I don't know if I have any other social networks. You can get at me on YouTube, but just go ahead and Google me. Type my name into Google. The ladies, type in Sexy McGee, it might pop up. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. And your YouTube channel is
Young Shoes Mania, and the young is spelled correctly. I don't like to do the young with the U. I feel like this childish.
All right, so you got him on Facebook, you got his Twitter, you got his Instagram, and you got his YouTube channel. So you can definitely keep up with Mr. Shoes McGee any way that you like, man. So we're about to flip it, man, and let him get into his performance here on the In The Mix Live stage. So what I like to do, man, I like to give artists an opportunity, because normally when you perform, somebody else is going to introduce you, right?
Right.
They know they here with me every week, so I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man. So this is your chance to give yourself a grand entrance to your own performance.
Okay. Since I am on In The Mix Live, I wanted to bring a new track that I never did. It's off the Stress Reliever. It won't drop till the summer, so I wanted to do this. Will be my first time performing this track with an artist that's very close to me. He's actually my big brother. He's part of my camp, IGFO, Soul Tunes. The brother is very deep, if you can't tell by the name. That's about it, really. I hope you enjoy it.
All right, well, hey, man, we finna enjoy the performance, Soul Tunes, and Shoes McGee. And what's the name of the track again?
Stress.
Stress.
Go by Shoes McGee.
Soul Tunes. Said I've been stressing over something. Hope I ain't struggling for nothing. From my problems I've been running. Somebody please tell me something. Tell me it's change ever coming. And if it ain't, don't tell me nothing.
Lately I've been so depressed. Been having suicidal thoughts, been under too much stress. I can never get sleep cause my thoughts keep me from getting rest. If God is quizzing me, I guess I'm finna flunk the test. Lord, am I blessed? I'm in a total state of devastation. What happened to my inspiration, my self-motivation? Good things come to those who wait, well I'm getting sick of waiting. Not doing enough to make it, but yet still I grow impatient. Lost inspiration, man was telling me to have more patience. I was like a free clinic with it, I had a lot of patience. I'm giving up, the ones who looked up will be the ones forsaken. What's the use of having potential if the talent is wasted? If I don't make it, I face it.
See, I've been stressing over something. Hope I ain't struggling for nothing. From my problems I've been running. Somebody please tell me something.
Please tell me something.
Tell me it's change ever coming. If it ain't, don't tell me nothing.
I've been in Newport cigarettes, smoking paraphernalia, drinking, doing the things that I never did. Can't take the pressure of being a father, but I still raise my kids. While dudes is violent, kids need diapers that just make me sick. Take care of your kid, or raise a blade away from slitting my wrist. Guess I'm taking a risk. Too many fake friends that don't ever miss. But that's what I get. But they was real friends, the shoes McGee, not Cornelius. Too blind to see, they really said yes. But she still exists, the way of the world, I want to be childless house, to live this bottle. Don't wanna be broke, I'm about to get older. When she get out, she broke her. I'm lost like I'm about to travel. Can't drink some being hot roller, now I'm on my brother's suffer. Real life fans, I'm a freeloader. I thought my life couldn't get any colder. Then once I had to grow up, I prayed out my life for a savior. Jesus ain't never showed up. Pistachios, I'm finna go nuts. I don't want to do with just blow up. Now it's time for me to hang a rope up. I'm gonna come up, so I'm gonna blow up. Man, hold up. I can't damn myself, I turn to lead the hell because it's hell on earth, so honestly, I might as well. Don't wanna look into the eyes of all the people that I failed because they had faith in me and I had no faith in myself. So if you're listening, just let me say my piece. I know you're saying that this ain't the way it have to be. But thanks for your support and all of your belief. But it's the only way I feel my stress can be relieved. So,
See, I've been stressing over something. Hope I ain't struggling for nothing. From my problems I've been from my
Heartbeat.
Somebody please
Still
tell
my
me.
Just every heartbeat.
Say that was Stress from Shoes McGee and my man Soul Tunes, man. You know, killing it on the vocals. Man, and definitely, I like that song. I like that. And so that's gonna be on the Great Depression, or at least that's the other project.
It's gonna be on the Stress Reliever Fund in Norvana. It's gonna be on the Stress Reliever Fund in Norvana. Hopefully dropping sometime this summer.
Okay. I dig that, man. So, Mr. Soul Tunes, we haven't talked to you much today, man. Definitely digging the vocals on there. And so, is this your first time kind of doing some music with your brother, or you've already been doing your own thing?
No, we've been collabing for the last 3-4 years now.
Okay.
So we've been mixing and mastering, being creative together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coming up with different ideas and just making the magic work. Whenever we can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's definitely working, man. I like that track. And so, do you have your own tracks too, also, or?
I do.
Okay.
But right now, I'm in the current process of getting everything incorporated. Right now, we're working on the Great Depression and the stress reliever. So, right now I don't really have time for my own.
Yeah.
To just kind of, I'm staying acclimated to doing everything for myself.
Yeah.
In my music and everything, whatever.
All right, cool, man. Right, man, I definitely appreciate the fellas coming up to the Underground Movement today. We enjoyed you, man. Anybody y'all want to kick a shout out to before you leave?
I'm gonna kick a shout out to the whole IGFO, my whole team, man. Just get ready to work, it's coming. Anybody who was down day one, gonna be down when we see first meal and coming. So just love everybody out there. Shout out to my mother though, and my daughter. So that's about it, man.
Cool. And Soul Tunes?
I'm gonna give a shout out to my kids, my daughters, and to all my family back in East Texas, and yeah.
All right, man. So, hey, man, we appreciate you fellas. Definitely look forward to having you back once the next project drop. Hey, I appreciate you bringing us the video. We gonna show it. Everybody gonna check it out. I hope y'all enjoyed it, because y'all already seen it at this point, man. But hey, once again, it's InTheMixLive.com. I'm your boy, the B.U.B. Shoes McGee, Soul Tunes, and we out of here.